Hey y'all, we're back. We're back. Okay, so you may or may not have noticed, depending on how many videos you've watched in this negative reviews or in the negative review videos specifically, but um, I am posting these apps and videos downwards. So basically 1 to 100, basically, as far as the apps. But the part that you may have noticed is that um, recently I haven't been able to go in exact order. Like for example, 34 is Netbenefits, then Super QI, then Empower. A lot of these apps I've done before, but the thing with this app store, the apps on the Apple App Store is probably the same for the Google Play Store. But the apps move around, So I assuming people installing and uninstalling, downloading and undownloading, etc. apps, so their user number, how many people have the app, etc. changes the ranking by day or by hour, which that's great. It's always updated. The problem is it makes it inconvenient when it comes to like a ranking um, video, because like I said, their ranking will move up and down from day to day, but it does so. But even if it does move up and down, it gives you a general census or general idea of where people have these apps ranked. So even though, like, let's say Super QI was probably about in the same place, if I recall in the last video, but Netbenefits was in the 40s, late 40s, but it's in that 30s to 40 range. So based on when you're watching this video, it'll show you, like, if the app is ranked higher than what it is when this video is, it'll show you that the app is progressively getting better. So you can look at that as a positive. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to the first app with their negative review. That is Netbenefits. Fidelity Investments. Now, some of the apps, the other investing apps, brokerage type apps on here, people complain that their Fidelity account isn't on there. So we're getting into Fidelity themselves own app, I assume, unless it's for something else. All right. Chatbot is useless by I_Kevin. Chatbot leads to an endless loop when trying to connect to a representative. They probably do that on purpose, quite frankly. Terrible by Klook. Clearly, the developers got together and tried to figure out how to make this app as non-intuitive as possible. Website version is even worse, if you can imagine that. Obviously. Touch ID is broken. Touch ID no longer works for login. Upon trying to enable it, whether at login or within the app, a message is displayed that reads Touch ID failed. You can set up Touch ID next time you log in to the app or from app settings. That's a big UI problem. Wow. Garbage by Brooklyn Kid. The app is absolute trash and customer service is simply horrible and unresponsive. No. Retirement analysis score. Greerness? Retirement analysis score no longer exists. The Fidelity tool looks like it did 20 years ago. Very basic. Yeah, you don't want to go back in time, Fidelity. You wanna be keeping up with the Joneses, or the apps in this case. Next up, we have Empower, which is similar to Empower Cash Advance and Credit. I'm assuming it's a different company, different logos and all that. So Empower, again. All right, come on. Shimoni. Oh, their low-ranking review is at the top. So a low-ranking reviews, 1 star and 2 stars, at the top of the general reviews to begin with. Most critical. Widget stopped working. No. Disappointed big time. Looks like they need to fix the widget option. Straight and to the point, right? Horrible customer service. Thumbs down. Okay, Uber hype. Let's use our words. Bad update. Twisted Racer. App updated 2 days ago and now it doesn't work. I wonder what kind of phone you have also, because some value phones be, they don't be helping. Nothing but issues. Zachnate. I have 2 401k accounts. One I can access, the other I cannot. Every time I attempt to log into second account, app abruptly closes. Contacted Empower, was directed to uninstall and reinstall app. Waste of time. Would like some kind of solution, seeing there is no other mobile option beside using the app? You mean for this company specifically or just in general? Because I'm sure in general there's more apps like this, retirement apps or whatever. Terrible. Nick Shepard. This app is so buggy and the worst app I have ever used. A little bit of hyperbole. It doesn't load the information I need. It just keeps spinning and spinning no matter what menu item I select. And Power really needs to get their act together. It has been an issue for months. Pretty sure you've used multiple apps, Nick. It's hard to say this is the worst you've ever used. I mean, you probably just haven't used that many apps if that's the case. Schwab Mobile. Charles Schwab getting in on the app. Well, that's not saying a lot. I mean, virtually every company who's tech savvy is getting in on the apps. Most critical updates by Tim V 1978. Seems to only update stock prices once an hour. No way I can be sitting there looking at the watch list and see prices sit there not moving for 30 minutes plus LOL. eToro prices, you can clearly see blink green for up, red for down, and they constantly are changing. So no, it's not my phone or internet connection. Interesting. Sum of accounts, the buddy. Why can I see a summary? Why can I see a summary of all my accounts in the cumulative change per trading session? UI issues. Charting function broken. Breed BTC. The charts are broken. The SMA is broken. The chart updates the axis and then doesn't revert when removing items. Does anyone even test these things before releasing them? Okay, that's some next level UI chart stuff. Misleading, deceptive financial practices. I love Chick-fil-A. Apparently. Fund your account and watch them make money off your money before they allow you to use it. 5 days is a lot of money time if you know what I know. That makes sense. Because that is true, especially when you're trying to catch stock prices. Crashes. This one guy. The app is unavailable. Fix it. Should be illegal. I haven't been able to access it for 3 weeks. I don't know about illegal, but it's definitely inconvenient, especially like I said a little bit earlier, if you're trying to catch prices. So this is a general look at what ranking the apps are, before our next video. I mean, wow, Clio really dropped. If you go to, I believe it's video 11 or 12, like between videos 11 to 13, I forget which video Clio was in, but they were in the high 20s, early 30s, and almost in the 50s. Anyway, y'all,